Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner. Sorry, a little bit late, got a little bit catched up there on the phone call, but here I am. How are we all diddly doing? We're all doing well. Happy Friday afternoon or evening, morning, depending where you are in the world. I've literally set up and I've not even got a drink. Crazy. So here we are, having a discussion of Obi Wan Kenobi. Obi Wan. I watched it about 6 o'clock this morning, so quite a few hours ago now. But thoughts of Kenobi before going into it. So where was I? I was excited, highly, maybe a little bit kind of skeptical how it was going to be. And I just kind of thought we'll see where this goes, to be honest with you. So with episode 1, obviously opening up in Order 66, really cool, really nice to see Order 66. Again, another perspective and everything going on from there. However, I do say however, I hate saying Disney-esque because Disney own it now, don't they? But that initial first beginning to me was kind of like when you go to like this. I mean, I haven't been to Disneyland, but you got that kind of is it like the Resistance ride? And you got these people and the actors going, "Look out! Look over there! Come on this way!" And they're pushing the crowd along. It literally felt like that. It literally felt like I was in one of those VR headsets watching some actors pulling me along this kind of sort of journey for this Order 66 part. It was really cool to see, but it's just that kind of acting kind of aspect of it. It's a little bit odd. And then obviously going into the next stage of it and stuff, seeing the Inquisitors and the Jedi and stuff again. Inquisitors are pretty cool. I have my concerns about Reva, which I'll come to. But with the other kind of Jedi guy, I thought he was a little bit wooden. Didn't really come across scared. I mean, I'm guessing he's like one of the young kids because it's like 10 years later. I think he would be a lot more hidden, not just come up to someone and go, "Look, I've got a lightsaber and look at me, I'm here." I think he would sort of be grown up in it, so he'd be a bit more established. So it just come across a little bit wooden in that kind of aspect. The Grand Inquisitor, I thought he was pretty cool. I actually thought it come across quite well. And the other brother, I can't remember what number they are, to be honest. He looked pretty cool as well. And then we got to the Obi-Wan part, and I felt this bit was a bit too slow. He kept going off to that giant salmon in the middle of Tatooine, cutting it down. And then we see this cycle about 3 or 4 times. Just once would be fine. Like Rey from Force Awakens, we see what she does, and we know that's her everyday life, So seeing this over and over again was just a little bit too much. I think they could have cut that short. But yeah, with Obi-Wan seeing Luke and stuff, which is pretty cool. We saw that in the trailer. And that guy turning up and just finding Obi-Wan Kenobi from nowhere. And he didn't even sense him in any kind of form or anything like that. Which is fine. It's there to move on the story and whatnot. And then we obviously get Princess Leia. Princess Leia was in it. Absolutely fantastic. I thought it was absolutely really nice kind of twist. I didn't even see or expect this to happen or anything like that. So it was really nice to see a young Princess Leia, maybe too young for 10. She looked about 7 or 8 to me, to be honest with you. But the cast and the script for her and the way she dialogue, you could just imagine it was a young Carrie Fisher. It was really, really, really done well. The only thing that kind of ruined her scenes was the thugs that were chasing her and stuff. It just felt very fake, very young, not to scare too much. And the guy was a very typical thug-esque kind of Ravager guy from something, he just kind of like, yeah, kid, you ain't gonna get anywhere. Very kind of 90s nostalgia kind of thug-like guy. And again, there's not many alien species in this as well. Like when they're in Tatooine and stuff like that, there's just lots of old people dressed in rags. It just loads of them, it just kind of comes across a bit weird. So, yeah, and obviously Princess Leia, she gets abducted and it goes on to that. And then that starts Obi-Wan's journey to come back again to redeem his kind of sort of lost self in a way. Yeah, without chili pepper. So yeah, just that was episode 1. I mean, episode 2 was kind of all right. It was kind of the same, carrying it on, and Obi Wan Kenobi, and with Bail Organa, having a chin wag, and he goes off to go and rescue Princess Leia, which I thought is quite easy. He knew exactly where to go, but then I guess it was laid out as a trap by Reva to go and get him. And obviously now it's kind of establishing into the next journey and with Darth Vader. My main concerns, I mean, I'm not going to judge it. I think the series might be okay as an all, but I do think these 2 first episodes were a little bit boring, a little bit sluggish, a little bit slow. And bear in mind, it's just 2 episodes in. There's only 6 as well. So it's got a lot of kind of momentum to catch up with. But my main concern was Reva in this. And I guess that she's going to be the main protagonist in this. Bear in mind, because like when it first starts and you get that swooping part with Order 66, there's a coloured child right at the beginning. It's the first child you see. And I guess that's going to be Reva. I can see like a storyline already. She hates Obi Wan Kenobi because he's the Jedi, and she got left behind because of all this. She's got taken in by the Empire. She now wants to kill Obi Wan Kenobi because she's got left behind the Order. But when it comes to the crunch time to kill Obi Wan Kenobi, she won't be able to do it. She'll sacrifice herself into Vader and redeem herself right at the last minute so Obi Wan can get away. The end. Like I can literally just see it happening straight away. But it's just like I like the concept of it. I like the look. I thought the figure looked amazing that they revealed the other day. Thought that looked really cool. Looks great, but I just don't. This is what I was trying to describe to other people today. It's like I don't like real world attitudes in Star Wars. It's more mythical, uniformed. I don't think she would become an inquisitor if she was so like a dickhead. She wouldn't be an inquisitor. Like they're just regimented and they are like kind of like cyborgs. Like they're going to go in and they're going to get the job done. Where she's like really kind of sort of like, and even like with English people, Southeast London accent, all in their face, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it, eh? Like, really? Like, come on. Like, she won't get away with that kind of attitude. It's just, and I just think it's just a obnoxious kind of sort of scripting in a way. And it doesn't make me think that doesn't make me hate the actress. I mean, obviously, this is the way that she's portrayed and told how to act. But it just, to me, just sounds like a South Londoner with a bit of attitude that has a lightsaber. And it just doesn't work for me. And it's like they done the other time on Book of Boba Fett as well. We had those other English people that are just in it. The accents, they don't even put on a twang or they don't even put on a kind of bit of a grizzle. It's just like, all right, mate, how's it going? I drive a moped, and it's just like, it just doesn't need it. And I think I'm finding it quite hard to get into Star Wars stuff recently. The Mandalorian is brilliant. A Book of Boba Fett, the only good bits about it was the Mandalorian episodes. I did like a few of the characters from Book of Boba Fett, but yeah, I just find that don't know. And I was saying to some of the guys today, I said, like, it's just weird that every series that comes out doesn't seem like it's always aimed at like a new audience. It doesn't seem like they're aiming at Star Wars fans. They always seem to be aiming at trying to get different audiences in, try and get a new audience into Star Wars rather than just going, Star Wars fans is our core. It's the biggest massive franchise that's out there. We've already got that core. So if we make it even bigger, we'll get more people in. But they always seem to sort of like trying to sort of pinpoint people to bring them into Star Wars. And it's like, oh no, you already got that core. It's 40 years old. Like, just leave it as it is and establish on it. But I didn't hate it. And I didn't think it was awful. I didn't think it was awful, but it's just a few things about it, and I'll like to see where it goes, but I can already see the storyline, which is going to bum me out if it is that way, to be honest. But I'm happy for Vader. Can't wait for Vader to come in. I think once Vader comes in and we get a bit of Death Star or a bit of Star Destroyers and stuff like that, I literally do think it would start feeling a bit more Star Warsy, I mean, and this, even though it was Tatooine, everything was like really sandy. I don't mean it in kind of sand, but really foggy as like a sandstorm. So you couldn't even see into the distance. It was kind of like it was there to be makeshift because they didn't put a distance in there and stuff like that. But that's my opinion anyway. But yeah, let me know your opinions. What do you think of you? So we go through some of your comments and go through on here. So Psychotic Shark, and that was 1:45 before we went live, so I don't know if you're here, but if you are here, hello. I've seen both ends of it, and they are decent. So you enjoyed it. Cool. Callum, great 2 episodes. So you enjoyed it. I was expecting you not to be honest with you. Just recent news, Lego has finally made a Commando Lego figure in yes. Obi Wan Star Wars 40th Australian. Yeah, I actually seen that. It looked quite good actually, and actually the ship for the Inquisitors looks pretty cool as well. He was a flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Do you know what? I thought it was. Well, I didn't think it was him, but I kind of recognised him. But again, like, come on. I mean, it's quite actually. Was it? Well, let's go back to episode 2. The pretend Jedi guy was all right, but because it was an actor from Eternals, it just feels like sometimes that Disney have this kind of like little basket of actors, and they're like, oh, he will play that role, and it was just kind of like him playing that same quirky guy again, and there was to redeem himself and sort of things like that. That was just a little bit corny as well, I think. C. Morrison cast a veteran clone trooper. Yeah. I think Leia. I think it was kind of is that Captain Rex? Because obviously he had the 501st armor on as well and stuff like that. But we know it's not Rex. So it could be. I don't think so, because he was more logical, wasn't he? I don't think he'll go off as a veteran because he was with the Bad Batch and they're already getting the rebellion and all that together in that. So I think Rex was off somewhere else, to be honest with you. But yeah, but there was Fallen. I hope it was Fallen. That was in it. Obviously, he got taken down really quick. Maybe this is why he needs Zuckus as a friend, but we will see. And a dinosaur creature, Obi Wan shot him, reminded me of the Legends raptor species. I would wonder if the canon a different creature. Yeah, maybe. But again, I did think it looked a little bit, I don't know, just quite fake looking, where he's like standing there and he's shooting and it's just a bit odd. I thought Apo, not him. Yeah, maybe. I was actually going to buy a new Bly out the other day actually to create Apo to put it on the shelf. To be honest with you, which have been quite nice. So, what are your general opinions? Like, where would you rate this? Would you put it in with in what other areas would you put this? For me, like Mandalorian season 2, season 1, Book of Boba Fett, and I'm putting Obi-Wan currently underneath Book of Boba Fett. But it's only because Book of Boba Fett we have finished it, we know the storyline, and there was some good episodes in there. For Obi Wan Kenobi at the moment, it's my worst one starting off, which is quite a low score for me, to be honest. I think, I mean, for a child that's falling down and they're using the Force, I don't think it's a reference to Fallen Order. I mean, Christ, it's been used in Clone Wars and all that all the time, isn't it? So I don't think it's kind of like a reference to that, but it's just him sort of grabbing Leia and then putting her down. But I thought she was brilliant. Literally thought she was amazing. Okay. I'm really surprised you liked it. Really, I am actually surprised. Yeah, he did. Yeah, right at the beginning. But I mean, for every Star Wars reference, whether someone falling and there's a Jedi, I guarantee. I mean, I think even Anakin done it once to a couple of the clone troopers and stuff like that in Clone Wars. You know, so I think it's not generally a reference to Fallen Order. To be honest, I very rarely. Well, I suppose I wouldn't say that they wouldn't use it as a reference because I did use PD1 in Mando. Well, not Mando, Book of Boba Fett. Don't want to get them confused, do I? So, but yeah, I mean, we're waiting for new Black Series figures as well to be announced at Star Wars Celebration. But we got the new Inquisitor. That looks really cool. That's coming out. There's a picture of that on Instagram. So we're still waiting for the others to come down, to be honest with you. But I did think the Inquisitor though. I did think he was actually pretty good, to be honest. So I'm guessing everyone has seen it. That's why we're here. But do you think? I mean, well, obviously everyone's saying he's dead, but I'm not being funny. Even Fennec got shot in the stomach and all that. He might come back half robot. We don't know what he's kind of like, or they're clones and Darth Vader sends them out left, right, and center. You know, but I don't. Obviously, he's not dead because he appears in Rebels. But in the end, it's going to be like a little chase, isn't it? It's going to be the Inquisitors chasing down Reva, and then Reva chasing down Obi Wan Kenobi, and when they all get meet up, Obi Wan and Reva are going to match up against the rest. Star Wars sort of finally shows Leia's age, but it's already obvious. Well, yeah, I mean, we already know Leia's age in A New Hope was 19. Because obviously Luke was 19 in A New Hope and being twins and stuff. But she just looked, the actress, brilliant casted, absolutely delivered the script bang on, fantastic. And she was actually my favourite bit out of the whole thing. I was literally laughing. She had me in hysterics. But she just looks too young. She looks younger than 10. Reva stabs the ground almost disrupts Star Wars timelines. Seriously, Star Wars need to stop characters cheat there. Yeah, I mean, I think they just kind of done that, or they're just doing it for something to make us keep guessing that these characters are okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're going to get around it. I don't know. Maybe this is what they retconned the episode because everyone was moaning what he looked like. So they thought, well, if we do the first episode where he looks like this and then we kill him and then bring him back in the next episode where he's like taller and thinner, we can sort of retcon him looking more like the Rebels guys. So he's half sort of cyborg. But yeah, I mean, they have armor on. I could imagine, I can't remember what's that armor that stops lightsabers as much. I can't even remember what it's called now, but he might have some of that on there or something like that. Alderaan finally have screen time in Kenobi series. We didn't know. Yeah, I mean, it was quite nice to see Alderaan, even though it was just a tiny city in the middle of it all. But it was quite nice to see Bale and his wife and stuff as well. They obviously he was the original actor. She kind of looked like the original wife as well. Whether it is her or not, I weren't too sure. But yeah, it was really nice to see, and and the city and stuff like that. It was quite cool, and seeing Leia at a young age, like what she was going through and how feisty she was as well, which is really cool. I do hope that we get this side of Luke as well. I hope Luke isn't just kind of like this sort of shadowy boy in the distance. Like, I do hope that Obi Wan eventually gives him that T-16 Skyhopper toy model again and sort of stuff like that. I hope that sort of comes around to it, and he gets a bit of screen time as well. Where he's not an avid pilot and stuff. The actor who played Balga in Rogue One should have an age difference between Kenobi and Rogue. Yeah, I mean, obviously they probably didn't de-age him or anything like that for it, but it's quite nice that they just bring back the original casting of people, isn't it? So, because it was the same guy, wasn't it, in Rogue One? I think he's always played Bail Organa. Yeah. So it's always been the same guy, but obviously how old? Is it 6 years? When did Rogue One come out? 5 years, 6 years ago? It's crazy, isn't it? Thinking like, oh, look, got a new Star Wars film, and it's already that old. That is mental. I was actually thinking the other day, Force Awakens, 2015. It's mental, isn't it? Like, it's already 6 years old. Like, what? Oh, I hate getting old so much. 6 years old already. That's absolutely crazy. So when did was Rogue One afterwards? Yeah, a year after. So it's 5 years old, Rogue One. That is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it, really. Really kind of not too bad. And so we're going to go get the Grand Inquisitor Black Series figure. Looks all right, doesn't he? Actually, it looks really good, what they showed. It does look really good. I'll wait for an actual crystal clear picture of it, but it looks really good. So I guess we probably get the other brother as well. And I would say maybe like an Owen Lars at a push, unless they do a brand new Darth Vader. That has some battle damage, but I don't think they would release that yet because it's before we see all that, so it would kind of ruin the thing of it. But I think we're due another 3 Obi Wan Kenobi figures, so we shall see what they are. Vader without his helmet. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, it could be like attachable limbs and stuff like that. Like take. What am I talking about? It'd be if as soon as they do anything like that, it'd be like a deluxe kind of thing on it. Like, but maybe like a removable arm. You could put a robot arm on it or something like that. The ending shot of episode 2, seeing Vader, looks 1980s authentic style shot. Yeah, it did look pretty cool though. Or the back tank version, maybe. Just be like a chunk of plastic that we just like put on the side with no limbs and stuff. It could be a Vader. Things like Darth Vader don't really change, is he? But I quite like the sister, with the little the little tiny lecus and stuff coming off her head. I thought she looked pretty cool, even though she ain't done anything yet. I did think she looked all right. But so far, there's not other sort of characters that not really had a big talking role, unless you get. They'll probably bring out Obi-Wan's little slave boss guy from the salmon thing. Need a deluxe Django 20th anniversary for Attack of the Clones. Yeah and no. Only reason being, I don't think Hasbro would resculpt Jango Fett unless they actually use one of the other bodies that they've already sculpted. And then obviously you chucked on one of the other helmets and stuff and gave him some of the stuff that already come with the deluxe Boba Fett. But I can't see them remolding Jango Fett even after the other 2 releases, to be honest with you. But it would be cool to have a bit more articulated Jango Fett. Would be amazing. Medusa Star Inquisitor, she still has no name. Well, I bet it's going to be Sister. It's going to be something like that. Oh, look at this. Nice. Looks like my day's going to be pretty sorted after this. Let's get rid of this person. There we go. This is where I need a mediator. Yeah, only if it was resculpted as the old. Yeah, he's too bulky. You can't really move his limbs and stuff and all that about. So it is annoying. And mine's gone a bit old over time. So all his tubes and all that are broken, which is really annoying. So yeah, spam bots. That'd be a new Black Series one, wouldn't it? So yeah. Epic bot moment. Yeah. Naked HD XYZ. Hey love. Yeah. I'll take a screenshot of that and I'll go and join them later. But yeah. Go on, Steve. You had some interest. Yes. Finally. Woohoo. Oh dear. I was wondering whether or not to block them or not, because obviously I've got an extra view. So as long as they liked, that's fine. I don't really care. But yeah, I guess we will see. on this one. I wonder if they might get Sarah Michelle Gellar in to play the other sister. It'd be quite nice, because we got the other sister from Fallen Order as well. So hopefully we'll start building up the Inquisitors sets as well, which would be pretty cool. Anyway, Lego has also revealed BD1 and a new Andor set. Shit, we saw in the trailer. Yeah. And the thing with the BD1 as well, the BD1 droid, that size droid, has been on AliExpress for £15 for about a year and a half. Because I was thinking about getting it. And it just kind of baffled me that they're bringing that one out. And I'm like, oh, really? It's like fake people have been doing it for quite a long time. What we really need is a Mandalore Maul. We do definitely need a Mandalore Maul. There's quite a lot of stuff in the Clone Wars that need hitting down. I mean, hundreds of different kind of things that they could bring out. Different species. As I said the other day, I would love the Nadar, Ket Fisto's little ex-Padawan and stuff like that. And even some of the separatist kind of commanders and the droids. A Commando Droid. We've not even got a super battle droid or a droidica yet. So, it's just there's too much out there. As they like figure for Arc, but not more. What the fuck? Yeah. But they got the thing is, like, even the vintage collection's got it, and they've got Jesse, they've got Fives, they've got Echo, all in the Arc. They've got all the other Arc troopers. There's loads of clone troopers and stuff on the vintage collection, and they got more in Ahsoka as well. And Black Series just seem to sort of pump out about 2, and then they're like, oh yeah, we've got this and we've got this as well. But I think Hasbro concentrate too much on Black Series at the moment, what they can reproduce quickly. So they're like, oh, we do the Gaming Greats line. Because beforehand, they didn't have the Gaming Greats line. That's why we got the Clone Wars line. And we got the Arc Trooper and stuff. And then now, it's just the Gaming Greats. And they're like, oh, we just reuse Chewbacca, reuse Darth Vader, reuse Princess Leia for the Legends ones as well and stuff like that. And I think they're just concentrating on too much where they can bring old figures back rather than going like, oh, we can produce this figure now. We can produce this figure. Yeah, Ayla Secure. You said this 3 times. Thanks, Callum. You get blocked if you do it anymore. But yeah, Ayla Secure. Can't wait. She'll be amazing. There's quite a few of the Clone Wars ones as well out there. I mean, Ayla Secure is definitely the main one. And Barriss Ophi, and is it Illuminati? No, not Illuminati yet. Can't remember. Illuminati? Oh, I don't know. But, her master, those 2 would be cool because they're in the film. And the Shakti. Shakti massively will be amazing in Black Series. That's one they need to do. Yeah, and Nadar. He's brilliant. Absolutely. It's my favourite episode. He's one of my favourite characters. I did have the actual figure of the 3.75 as well, but he lost his arm. And he was a mail away figure as well to get. Ayla is coming. Yeah, she's on the pipeline. Is Kylie Mundy? Oh, that's good then. I didn't know he was down the pipeline, to be honest. I would block you. Don't worry about that. I love Black Series as a scale, but say the vintage collection definitely has more heart and care. It does. And it annoys me when people go, oh, the TVC's dying and stuff like that. But actually, no, you look at your Boba Fett, mate. You look at your Darth Maul. You look at all those other figures you get coming out, and you get a really nice kind of overhaul thing. And the vintage collection has been going on, because you've got all the other 3.75s as well. It has been going on a lot longer, so your collection's massive. With Black Series, it's quite limited. And they only get like 6 figures at a time. Some are exclusives, which is like vintage collection as well. But a lot of it is reuse or things that they can slightly get away with, which is horrible when you think about it. Like they'll be, oh, we've got similar legs, so we give them that one. Like the Clone Wars Ahsoka. She was just a reuse mostly of the Rebels Ahsoka, really, just with a few extra parts. So there's a bit. Luminari, yeah. My best Instagram mate. I don't know. Don't know on that one. Could be Fraser. Shakti would be great. Yeah, she'd be awesome. I love the Clone Wars 3.5 scale of Nadar, but I lost both his hands. Oh my god, you lost his hands. I lost his arm. Yeah, it's a shame because he was a fantastic figure. Absolutely, obviously, might be in this box. I mean, I'm hoping they'll bring out this one in Legends, which is Darth Talon, or in some time they might even bring her out into the Mandalorian kind of esque time, when there was no Siths and stuff. So it'd be quite cool to see her. Yeah, I've still got this one as a 3.75. So that's the Luminari. We still need a Jedi Clone Wars type esque clone. Well, not as in the face, but we still need a younger Yoda. That's for sure. Obviously, the Republic. Not Republic. Oh my god. The Commando Droid. We definitely need one of those in Black Series. Massively. And we need these guys as well. The like the Senate actual guards as well. These ones, this will be quite cool in Black Series. Again, it is literally just clone armor with a larger pauldron on the side. So it wouldn't actually take too much apart from a new head sculpt and this larger sort of shoulder bell. Oh my god, they're back. I wish I know how to like block quickly. There we go. There we go. As we are close, the shots of Grand Inquisitor, not only Fox, it with almost hidden detail, dark side eyes and teeth. Classic Battlefront 2.5, first General Veteran said years later we return as conquerors. The synths fades back and text fades 10 years later. Oh, I think I might have a block. Clone Veteran walks on the street finding a space live. You feeling alright, mate? I think I might accidentally. Yeah, I guess it would be. What's going on here? So I just think I might have, with all that thing going off, I think I blocked someone else on there. So I'm just trying to get back into it to see if I can get them back. There you go. I think I've done it. Right. I'm back. Oh, right. So, yeah, anything else I'll discuss? Or it might be a shorter theme tonight, but I'm kind of excited about where they're going to go. I'm more excited about Darth Vader, what they're going to bring into it. And I'm quite excited what they do with Luke in this, that's for sure. And I'm kind of hoping for a few more camos. I mean, we did get C-3PO cameo. There was kind of an R2-D2 thing. Sorry, mate. as who was spamming, I think I blocked you because I was like, why can they still text? But I blocked you, so I have to go onto YouTube and I've unblocked you because I'm on StreamYard at the moment doing this. So as much as good as it is, once I've blocked you, I've had to go on YouTube and unblock you. So welcome back. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you like both episodes. So without sounding rude, how old are you? I'm just trying to work out in kind of sort of like, because I think this would kind of appeal more. I don't know. I was saying to one of the guys today, I thought it might appear a little bit more to the younger audience than people my age, if that makes sense. And this is another guy that we need in Black Series. A Savage Opress. It's one thing we definitely need in this. So no worries. What paint do you recommend for customs? As I'm about to dive in, I'm 16, so yeah, I'm young. Yeah, and that's kind of where I thought the audience would sort of be aimed at, and that's kind of like between 12 and 18. So yeah, that's kind of how I've kind of pictured the audience for this. But yeah, I use Tamira paints. You can get them from Amazon. Acrylic, easy to use. A bit confused about the massive plot hole though. Grand Chris death. Yeah, I don't think he's dead. if he is, then it's just going to come back like he was like they're clones. That's just the next part of. That's why they're using them, because they're like clone things or something like that. Maybe. And then it'd be quite interesting. Reva's a clone as well. They're all clones of dead Jedis or something like that. You never know. You never know. We'll see where they go with this. But yeah, I'll try and find a pot. So I used Tamira. This is kind of what the pot paints look like. It's black X1 on that one. Easy to use. You can use it straight out of the pot if you like, or just add slightly a little bit of water onto the actual paintbrush. It'll go a bit further and then dry more of a matted looking colour on there. So they're good paints to use, to be honest with you. Loads of colours all under the sun. Depending where you are, you can get them on Amazon as well. So they're quite easy to use. He became a farmer and later joined the Empire. Hook wanted to serve the Empire. He attempted to be a friend with Vader after witnessing all the stuff that trauma him. I don't know what you mean. So glad they didn't shy away from cutting someone's hand off. Yeah, that was quite good. As Disney has never shown a dismemberment before other than Clone Wars Season 7. Yeah, it was quite nice to see, to be honest. And I actually thought that they was going to go away with that. So, yeah. I don't know. It just, some bits did feel a bit too Disney-fied for me, though, still. In just other sense as the word. I think most of it was the CGI. And it was the CGI of the actual ships as well. Because, like, I'm going to do, like, a demonstration here. I've got a spaceship somewhere. Or not. I'm sure I just saw a spaceship in here. Well, that was odd. Sure, I just saw a Darth Vader a Sith interceptor. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, there is. Yeah, so obviously, like, here's the spaceship. It's just kind of weird. I think it's the angles that they film it from, but it just felt very fake. Like, when you watch those sort of like TV sci-fi dramas, and the way the spaceship would come over, a bit fan film kind of esque. There's no sort of like disturbance of the camera and the placement. It just kind of goes and it just stops and then it just kind of lands like, and like they got it so well with Mandalorian. It's kind of like, like you got the camera, it kind of moves and you're whooshing and sweeping down, and even when it lands, you've got like this kind of sort of like still unsturdiness. But this one, it just kind of looks like it's on a pull. It goes like stop, down, or down. It just kind of looks a little bit fake in those kind of pulls. Do I seal the paints? No, because I'm lazy. You can just go off. I mean, you got different types of kind of sealant. You got satin, you got matte, you got gloss, depending on different types of things and what you want to do. I never do it. I kind of like, in a weird way, that the paint chips over time. So it kind of sort of breaks down. And I have done it before because I was such a massive nerd when it comes to it. I really liked crisp cut lines on my clone troopers. And good job I didn't seal them, because now I like weathering them. So I've gone back and weathered all my clone troopers, chipping away. If they're just sitting on the shelf, paint will be fine. Absolutely fine. If you're completely painting the figure, like underneath the arms, so it's going to have a bit of rub, then yes, then do a coat over the top of it. Or if you're chucking them in a box to take out, to take photos, or you've got a toy box or something like that, then yes, seal those figures. But for me, they literally sit on the shelf And the only time that they get any chip-ins is by naturally me or maybe dropping it a little bit or something like that. But I've never, I mean, some of them are now like 3 years old and they're still fine, absolutely fine. So it's down to you and what you think you're going to do with those figures. The reason why I don't do it, I just don't generally have the time, and I don't want to ruin the finish of what I've done. I use my paints quite thickly because I kind of like the gloss look, especially on clone troopers. You know, I like that real. They got glossy armor, so they should have glossy paint applications as well. I hate it where it goes all like weathered and a little bit too grainy and dusty, but that is down to general people, to be honest. Ship looked a bit cartoony, almost didn't feel as much. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. They just kind of like little paper planes going in, just landing, but with no kind of sound or hissing and and the weight. They just kind of just like, whoop, and then they were there, that landed. Especially the way it took off as well. There was no kind of hair blowing and stuff. It just looked like this massive, big black ship just goes just out of the street and off it goes. Epic, good to know. Yeah. So I don't really do anything really with the paints. I just do it and as it is, and that is it. So quite simple, quite easy. Highly recommend getting into customizing. It brings a lot of fun to the shelf and is a really good hobby, especially when you start creating those extra characters as well that you don't have on the shelf. That's when it really becomes really cool, because you could buy like a plain clone, and next thing you know, a couple of hours later, you got a Commander Hauser and stuff like that on there. It's really cool. It's a really good thing to do. Oh. But yeah, what are you thinking about then? What's going to be your first custom if you're going to try it? I was actually thinking about getting another model kit today for another R2 unit, because for some reason I was like unsure who I was going to paint, and I'd done Goldie obviously the other day, but I could have done R4, couldn't I? I could have done Obi Wan's droid. How good would that have been? So I was thinking I might actually buy another set, but then that means I have two R5D4s, and I'm struggling to think out what I want to do with those figures, to be honest with you. But off subject, look how cool this is. My Rhino figure arrived the other day. I have opened him up. He's obviously behind me. But look at the box that he comes in. This giant card. It's massive. Bear in mind, this is a normal 6-inch Black Series figure. Boom. It's just so cool. I love having a card that's just massive. So I just literally, the box it come in was about this big, laid out flat, huge. Just love it when you get a figure like that. And it's only like $23.99. If that was a Black Series figure from the bloody same company, I guarantee it would be about 35 quid. Oh my God, they're back again. Wow. When I heard the Grand Inquisitor live action actor, he said he never seen Rebels show. My mind was like nerdy voice of Chris Griffin. So Peter never seen the ending of Godfather. I've never seen the ending of Godfather. I couldn't stand that bloody film, to be honest with you. But it is a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, I'm not being funny, but as a director, I'm writing a character for a screenplay. And the stuff that I know what this character does, I'm using that as reference. So when you're going to give that screen right to an actor and say, right, this is this, and I've copied it, and it's established off this other character that's been in this series. Go off, have a look, so you know how he acts and how he is. But when you got actors where they come in and go, I'm going to do my own stuff, I ain't going to watch that. What's the point of me watching that? And I'm this character. Like, what? It just doesn't make sense. Like, you're taking on a character that's already established. That's like, Ewan McGregor, he always references Alec Guinness. That's like him not watching the original Star Wars and then coming in and not even trying anywhere to be as close to Alec Guinness. You know, because he knows that that's what his character is going to become. You know, and it's like that's how it is written. But how can an actor come in and play a character that they're not even seen or even watched or got any references from and stuff like that? You know, it's just, as a director, I would be demanding that you go off and you reference that character because that's what I've written here. That is this guy. It's just, I don't know. I just find it really weird. In a way, I can understand that they don't want to be influenced. You know, maybe it's the same way. Like, I don't watch other YouTube channels that, well, I do watch them eventually, you know, because we do follow each other. But if I'm waiting for a figure, I won't go off and watch a review for the figure that's coming because I want them to influence my reviews, because I don't want to say things that they've said. But yeah, it's just I do find it a bit odd in a weird way. That is for sure. Oh, dear me.
I am in Spain.
Right, it's a bit quiet tonight. I might even call it quits for an hour on this one, to be honest, because my ear's a bit tired. Hayden, watch Clone Wars if Kenobi brings flashbacks seeing both Skywalker, Kenobi, and Tano. Not really, I would guess. Yeah, but I don't think that really affects Hayden, though, does it? The Clone Wars, because theoretically he played Revenge of the Sith, which was the end of Clone Wars. So he's already kind of sort of been there because whatever happens, the Clone Wars characters has to be on a line to get to Hayden Christensen's character in Revenge of the Sith. And the next time from Revenge of the Sith is A New Hope, apart from Rebels. And Rebels is after Kenobi. So Hayden Christensen really didn't have to do any kind of sort of inference looking back at all. You could just read some lines and stuff like that. And the character from Clone Wars, in a way, is based on Hayden Christensen, not the other way around for the Inquisitor. So, and I understand Rosario Dawson, she watched some of the Clone Wars episodes for snips and stuff as well. So. We know the season 1 Rebels was a little bad, but the series progresses if it gets better and better. Getting Rex back, throwing down the cannon. Yeah, I did. Well, to be honest with you, I found Rebels really hard to watch when it first came out. It was just literally like the family. It just it was that first pilot episode. I overskipped it 3 times. I tried to sit there to watch it. I just couldn't get into it. And it literally felt like Aladdin, Star Wars world. And it was just kind of a little bit off. But I stayed with it. I kind of maybe skipped through a few episodes of season 1. I might rewatch it for the Inquisitors and stuff like that. But definitely season 2, 3, 4, we're right to the end. I think it was 5 seasons for Rebels, and really, really enjoyed it. Really good. But yeah, season 1 was a bit of a tough watch, to be honest with you. Mr. B, hello. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Just discussing Obi Wan Kenobi, so I hope you watched it. We've already discussed it, to be honest with you. But did you enjoy it? If you have watched it, let me know what you think. Be truthful as well. Don't skip around. Jolly good, mate. Glad to hear, to be honest with you. Let's go and get a drink. Take some painkillers. That was pretty good. I wasn't too impressed with Leia being a bratty little interrogator. Yeah, I really like Leia. I can see why people thought she was quite annoying because she looked younger than she actually physically was. That's for sure. Like she looks 7 or 8 to me, but I kind of liked it because you could see that's what she was going to be like, when she gets older, because she's quite bratty, isn't she? Like when she sees Tarkin and stuff, she's like, "Oh, I recognise your foul stench when I was on board." She's all bit like, kind of bit like that. So yeah, it was all right. I just felt the stuff around her, like the thugs and stuff like that. It just felt very kind of like, I don't know, just really fake and a bit crap, to be honest with you. For me, I didn't really enjoy it. There's a lot of things I didn't really like about it. Mainly like the thugs and stuff around her. Felt it was very comic relief like. Even Princess Leia was a bit comic reliefy, but it was kind of like on the edge for me. Didn't feel very Star Warsy, that's for sure. And Reva, I didn't really like her, to be honest with you. And I know people saying like, "Oh, the actress and all that's getting hate." I'm not hating the actress. I'm not hating it because of her color and stuff like that. It's just the way that she was portrayed in the Star Wars film. I just don't think that kind of southeast Londoner, in your face, what you going to do about it attitude works in Star Wars. I'm afraid it just doesn't work at all. But it just started, so I don't really want to make. Yeah, I'm not making massive things. I'm just going on the first 2 series, and but there was just a few bits about it I wasn't too sure. As I said earlier, if you go back and watch it, but the first initial bit of the Order 66, the way I was explaining it, it kind of felt like, when you put those VR headsets on, bloody hell, these people. It just felt very kind of very fake. Oh my god. Oh, let's go into YouTube. Let's do it this way around. Yeah, I don't even know how the bots keep coming in. Like it's literally the same name, I think. But I do keep removing them. Need to get like some sort of and that, now my thing keeps timing out as well. So yeah, I do. I found it all right. You know, it weren't too bad. I'll just see how it goes. Just a few bits about it was like the maybe the filming of it I felt was a little bit, and Reva was a little bit kind of. I found her more annoying than Princess Leia. it it was the bit in season episode 2. I mean, I'm not being funny, but it would probably like 4 or 5 buildings in front, slightly to the left, that the gun shooting was happening. And then for about 15 minutes, she was doing these over the top, exaggerated flips, back flips, pushing things down, walking over it, wall jumping over this side. And I'm expecting her to land up on that side, you know, like expecting her to come up on that sort of I don't know, the building top, you know, and in that time, Obi Wan's done his thing, strolled downstairs to go and collect Princess Leia again, and she's still not there. She's still running and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, where the hell are you running from? Like, literally, about within 5 seconds, you could have got over there, but it was just like a good sort of montage of like jumping and flips and stuff like that for like 15 minutes. It was just like, but you ain't getting anywhere, and your jumps don't even look like epic, and doing all that parkour stuff. It just yeah, it didn't work for me. It was just kind of weird. They just kind of felt like they just put it in there to because they can. On my way to the small hut. Missed you the last couple of times. Wanted to say hi. This is still gonna listen while I drive though. Nice, mate. Well, actually, I might come off in a minute because I don't know if you saw my post the other day. I actually had my hernia. I had another operation on it. So all I've been doing recently is sleeping and taking painkillers. But I've just recently had my the bandage taken off and a new one put on. It's healing well. It's all doing well, but it's literally taking it out of me. I literally walked down the high street today into town to go and get a coffee. I was all right there, but coming back, yeah, it was just probably a few sort of too many steps that I've exceeded myself. I got a bit tired and fell asleep, and I was umming and ahhing whether to do a live tonight, and I thought, well, might as well. I thought if I'd be awake for it, but so I'm here. I still get rest. Yeah, yeah. It's awful. I sneezed just before coming on here, and like my leg is up here because I'm like I prepare myself for it, and just sort of like hunch over, and even though you sort of like clench yourself up ready for it, it still pulls it. But yeah, this is my second one done because I did get it done about July last year. It only lasted till October, and it popped again. So hopefully this time it's sorted. So I just need to look after myself now. And I've actually got a different job when I go back as well. So it shouldn't be as too much, to be honest with you. So it should be fine. But I'll be interested in the next. I think the next one's Wednesday, isn't it? It comes out after this now, which would be good. So, and hopefully we'll get some more. Maybe get a bit of Vader. Hopefully Obi Wan might even activate his lightsaber, which would be pretty cool. So, and the other thing that got me quite excited as well was one of the thugs. He was oh my god, the species from Shadows of the Empire. You know, the prince guy, Zio. I can't remember what I mean they called it X or Zio or anything, but I'm hoping that's that species because I really hope they do even do something about Shadows of the Empire or even try and bring some of that into canon because that was the best story from Star Wars in my opinion. At least you can got it taken care of. Just take it easy for a spell. Yeah, definitely. I thought I was quite healed before, but yeah, I think I just over pushed myself to be honest with you. So this time, just taking it easy, relaxing, enjoying it and stuff like that, and getting better. That's for sure. So thank you on that one. Well, actually, I'm going to be a bit more healthier once I can start being more active and stuff like that. I'm going to plan myself and I'm going to lose 3 stone, which was about 17 kilograms. So yeah, once I'm back on it, I'm actually going to start being a bit more healthier as well to build up the muscle that needs to be a bit stronger down there, I guess. But I like chocolate too much, so we'll see how far that happens. Do some repaints. Yeah. Well, as I said earlier, I think I was going to buy another Bly, to be honest, because Bly at the moment is quite, I wouldn't say cheap. It's just normal price. And there's Apo, which literally shares the same, because they've done Sideshow, and it's just come out, that actually shares the same body as Bly, but it's blue. So I was kind of thinking of a cheap custom for that one, to be honest. But yeah, I think my next main custom is going to be the other Echo that's still boxed. I'm going to do one of the Rancor squad ones, I think, and bring him up to scratch into that sort of stage of it. So I might even do that next week because I'll be back to work after that week. So I'm not going to have much time as I have been doing for YouTube and stuff, to be honest. So lives and all that will probably dip right back down again as well. But we'll see. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the YouTube, been enjoying it, the people joining and chatting to you guys for a change, to be honest with you. It gets a bit lonely when you're just doing the pre-script. Well, I'm going to say scripted, but just the pre-recorded ones. Build a super. Yeah, I'd love to. I need to get a kit or something like that because they don't even do a kit like that. You would think the Bandai kits and stuff and all that would do that, wouldn't you? But they don't, which is a shame. If they did, I at least would have bought one of them by now. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to have to go. Is like a 3D kit or something like that, which would be quite cool. Yes, I just have to work out the costs of it because I'm trying to catch up with Black Series. To be honest with you, I've got the Death Watch Trooper Mandalorian guy. He should be arriving tomorrow. I have got on hold Omega and the Umbara clone trooper as well, and Typhon Jango Fett. So I still need the new deluxe Boba Fett, and I still need, can't remember his name now, the sheriff guy, Cobb Vamp. So I'll have to write down actually what I'm getting, but for the main releases anyway, I'm not really too fussed about the Legends stuff and the most of the gaming greats, to be honest. The only gaming great ones I'm interested in is Delta Squad. And that's kind of it. Any kind of repaints and other, like the Princess Leia, Darth Vader, Legends type ones, not interested. So I hate reuse body sculpts and put it into new things to make a little cheap looking figure. That's what we do. We're kit bashers. Hasbro shouldn't be kit bashers. What else is coming out? There's a few other figures that Storm Shadow, the retro looking type one I want to get. So that'd be my second G.I. Joe figure. Marvel Legends, there's a few. But I think everything else is a bit later in the year. You know? So yeah, maybe I will have a bit of spare noodles for 3D kits and whatnot. I keep eyeing up Lego as well. That's my thing, but I just in the end I just don't want to get it because it's quite expensive for what it is. It just sits on the shelf and I can't really use it for Instagram and stuff like that. That's why I like having the action figures, because I can just go off, take a picture and do a little bit more different poses and recreate scenes and stuff with it. So yeah. But all good in the hood. But yeah, as the chat's kind of quieting down, I'm going to go off. I'm going to go and take some painkillers. And I'm going to rest up as well. And I'll probably do another live next Wednesday. And we can discuss the next episode of Obi Wan Kenobi. And I'll try and keep these lives a bit more quicker and a bit more lower, because the ones I've been doing recently have been like 4 hours long, which I don't think even I wouldn't even look at that to do a review, a rewatch afterwards, to be honest. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me on this one. And don't forget, you can comment, subscribe, ding the bell, and follow me on Instagram, where I would love to see any of your customs and stuff like that. Just send me a little private message and I'll put it in my story. I'll follow you and give you a few likes and stuff as well. Like, I'm always willing to do all that for you. So until next time, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye. End broadcast.